Okay, let's talk about it. Stephen A. Smith, he was addressing whether or not the New England Patriots have to worry about finishing in last place in the AFC East this upcoming season, which of course they do. They probably have the least talented roster in the division. But Stephen A. Smith's response was that last place in the AFC East is quote-unquote reserved for the New York Jets. Now, it would probably make for a better video if I was feeling in my feelings about this and was ready to go on a rant, put him in his place, clap back at him. But I'm just not. I wasn't mad when I watched that video. I had the same reaction watching that as I do to, my wife is a brilliant, beautiful woman. But her guilty pleasure is trash reality TV. So whenever I pop in the room and I see, the Real Housewives of Madagascar or whatever the heck, and there's the screaming and the yelling, and I just want it to stop, and I want those seconds of my life back. That's how I felt watching Stephen A. Smith scream and pretend to know things about football. And honestly, I felt kind of bad for him because I think there was a point, maybe a decade ago, where Stephen A. Smith did have some authenticity. When the corporate sports media was so buttoned up, a guy who was willing to say it like it is, call a player a bum, say I don't give a damn, right? But now, when I watch that, it feels like he's playing himself in an SNL skit. He's just doing a characterized, exaggerated version of himself. And he has to one-up every take with shock factor and volume. And it just seems kind of sad. And then the second thought I had on a bigger level, I was like, man, the mainstream sports media is dead, and Stephen A. Smith just read the eulogy. Who is watching that by choice? Imagine if Stephen A. Smith had to start a YouTube channel from scratch, no connections, just him and a mic, and that was his take. We would have never seen it. He would never get to 100 subscribers with that. So yeah, they'll get the viewership in airport lobbies, in hotels, in doctors' waiting rooms, but they're done. And the one thing I will say that bothers me a little bit about sports media or like the Jets beat is, imagine if you or I had that job. The amount of dedication and preparation, the gratitude we would have to have our passion, our hobby, become a well-paying career. How many people would have stepped behind that mic and been well prepared and gave a thought out and articulate response? So that's kind of a bummer. But New York Jets got a good football team. So all gas, no break.